David here, aka Cal Gaming. Anyways, I am going to do a special of 20 subs, but I really want to talk about something personal today. Anyways, as we all, every person in the world does have best friends, friends, special friends, loved ones, family members. But family members, loved ones, they're always gonna be somewhere in our heart. Sure, we are gonna have some terrible times with them, but they're family and they're loved ones to you. Now, now there are some friends and best friends, and obviously you guys are gonna have situations that you guys are gonna disagree and agree. But I really want to talk about how you guys can fix that relationship. You obviously you're gonna have your side of the story, and obviously you're gonna think you're right. But sometimes you have to look in their shoes. Sometimes you have to look in the other person's shoes and say, and try to get their part of the story. Like think what they might have think when they might have think what they might have thought of what you said, or what have they thought you did. And honestly, guys, we can't blame them because we're all human beings, and of course, human beings are gonna make mistakes, obviously. And you guys can fix that relationship by talking it out and agreeing that you both were at fault. The horrible thing that can happen is that they don't agree with you, and they decide to blame it all on you. That's called an unhealthy relationship. Sometimes they're gonna disgrace about yourself and say it's just a joke, but honestly, sometimes even jokes hurt. Sometimes even words hurt. Sometimes they might say something that hurts you and they don't even realize it. Sometimes you can just go up to them and ask them and tell them actually that what you said hurt. And if they don't care, just stop being friends with them. That's the best solution that can ever happen. But if you never speak up, they're never gonna realize that they're even trying to hurt, that they're hurting you, and they don't even know it. Sometimes they just disgrace you, or stuff like that. They joke around about you. They talk behind your back. They say mean things out of your outside, like your clothes, what type of shoes you're wearing, whatever. Sometimes of your personality, and sometimes that really hurts. That actually hurts most of the time, and that's not really right for another human being saying they're your friend or best friend, treating you like that. If you accepted them as a friend, they should be treating you how they want to be treated. And I was in one of those relationships, one of those friendships, as I should say. And honestly, today was the day I ended that relationship. It took me a long while. It took me about 4 years or 6, I'm not sure. I may have lost count. It may have taken me 6 or 4 years, guys. But today is the day I finally ended. Exactly at 9:03 a.m. I mean, not a.m., p.m. Sorry, my bad. At 9:03 p.m. And at the time I'm recording this video, it's at 9:13 p.m. I finally realized that the relationship me and that person had was very unhealthy. Just that the person said a lot of mean things about my personality, and a lot of mean things about what I said, and a lot of mean things what I am, and a lot of mean things about my family. Sure, we can all agree we do complain about our family, but we have to realize that sometimes we don't really mean it. Sometimes our parents actually sacrifice their last penny just to buy us something. My family wasted about $500, and that Nintendo Switch video was actually a great memory, because that was the day I realized my dad and mom wasted about $500 just to buy me that. just to find me and my brother. Now that's a true sacrifice. And the true sacrifice is that your dad or mom would spend an entire day outside in the sun just for food on the table. My mom cleans houses for other people. So basically that means she's touching a toilet that she didn't even use. She's washing clothes that she doesn't even use, clothes that she doesn't even own for other people. But she's risking that time of her life just to put food on the table. My dad works outside as a painter out in the burning sun. And here I am with a brand new phone that would have costed about $400 or $300. My dad works a lot out in the sun. The only time he has a break to spend time with us is basically only on holidays and almost every week on Sundays. Those are his only break days. I rarely see my father, and sometimes I don't really want to know what will happen to him if he never came home. Parents do a lot. Sometimes, yes, they might discipline you or make them look like they're mean and they just want to make your life miserable. But sometimes when you're older, you realize that they were just trying to raise you right. They were trying to raise you a better way than what they were raised. Most people act the way that they are because we don't know their backstory sometimes. We don't know what happened to them before they even met us and before they were treating us like that. And if you think you're in an unhealthy relationship, as in like a friendship or something like that, and they make you feel bad, they say mean things about you, they make big deals out of what you say, they say mean things about what you wear, or they just make fun of you, or they just say bad things about you and your family and personal, just stop being friends with them. It took me 6 years or 4 years just to end mine. Don't do the mistake I did. Because once you realize it, it's going to start affecting you. Their words are going to start being in your brain and saying what they're saying. And sooner or later, you're going to treat your parents or a loved one differently. Just because your friend that was toxic said those things. Don't let words control you guys. Don't let it. It took me 6 or 4 years just to end it. Not until this night I stopped it. The words that person said and the person did really hurt me throughout those 6 years and 6 years or 4. That really hurt me, guys. And I really can't believe I wasted 6 or 4 years of my life holding all those feelings inside of me and just letting the person just say mean things about my family and me. That person just called me many names and said a lot of mean things about my family, blaming it on my mother or father. I have a baby brother and they just made fun of him and just said mean things about him and just predicted the future of him. And sure, sometimes I get mad at him, but that doesn't mean he's not my family, and that does not mean that I'm gonna let that person say mean things about my brother. And that person barely knows my brother. That person barely knows my brother and my mom and dad and doesn't see the full picture. And just letting that person say that for about 4 or 6 years really hurt me, guys. And I really do regret that I didn't realize it until today. Just letting that person say messed up things about my family understand me. So don't let other people treat you like that, because there should be no person that should be treated like that. If you see somebody being treated like this, help them out. Help them be positive. Don't let other people control what you're gonna do about it. Don't stay quiet. Be firm. Just just say it. And if you're too scared to say it, then act. Act. As in stop talking to that person. Just stop listening to them. Stop talking to them. Sure, it might be ignoring, but it's the right thing to do. If you're already hurt for what they say, then why handle it for more days, more months, more weeks, more years? It really hurt my heart knowing that this person was just saying words to me and I didn't do anything until now. I really, really regret waiting this long just to end it. And no person should be treated like this. So if you're in a bad relationship with a friend or best friend, confront them. And if you don't want to confront them, then stop talking to them. Stop hanging out with people that will try to boss you around and just saying things that are not even true. Because if they don't know your family from how you see them, of course, obviously, we're all going to complain about our parents. But when you start to realize as you get older that they're making sacrifices for you, you're going to start regretting saying those words. And you're going to start regretting letting your supposed friends say bad things about your family and stuff. You're going to regret it. So don't let people say bad things about you or your family. It took me 6 or 4 years, guys. I regret it. I should have known ever since the very first year. And the person also made a lot of lies. But I'm really happy I ended it. I'm really happy I finally cut the strings and said I'm done. Don't make the same mistake I did, guys. Thank you so much for letting me talk about this, because this is a serious situation that a lot of people are scared to stand up with. Please share this video with friends so they can know to not let the pain dealt them with, because nobody deserves to feel pain for just words that are not even true.